Is today's home buyer's biggest objection interest rates, yes or no? Yes. 100%, no question about it. I was at my son's basketball game about 3 weeks ago. So I'm at his game, and at the end of the game, the parents are around the court and so on. One of the dads comes over to me, and he knows that I'm in the mortgage industry. And he walks over, I hadn't seen him in a while. He says, how you doing? As if I'm like sick or something. I looked at my shirt. I didn't know if I had a stain on me. I said, I'm doing great. He says, I hear interest rates are pretty high. I said, oh yeah, interest rates went up a little bit, no question about it. Now keep in mind, he is a Fannie Mae bond trader. And he's directly dialed into interest rates. He says, I was in the market to buy a home, but interest rates at 7.25%, 7.5% took me right out of the game. I'm not interested in buying right now. I feel that rates are going to come down. That's where all the economists are all collaborating with, and that's where they all see it happening over the next 6 to 12 to maybe 18 months. I said to him, I wouldn't take myself out of the game. I'd continue to buy. He says, yeah, Matt, but rates are 7.25%, 7.5%. I said, yeah, but if you work with me and the great agents I work with, I'm going to show you how to negotiate with sellers, get a credit at closing, take that credit, buy down your interest rate in the 4s, okay, and now you have a below market interest rate. He says, you can do that? I said, 100% you can do that. He says, well, walk me through that. I said, okay, let me give you an example. Let's say you found a $700,000 home that you and your wife loved. All we have to do is just negotiate with the seller, get 2% back. It's $14,000. We take the $14,000. We take your interest rate from 7.25%, let's say, to 5.25%. And now you have that interest rate. You're well below market. You probably got a better deal on the house, and you don't have to wait in line with 15 others to buy it. He says, wait a minute here. Now, why would a seller do that? I said, well, in today's market, sellers are a lot more motivated, not to mention if you use my scripted offer process, which gives them authoritative terms and can close them in 10 days, which adds to the motivation, they're willing to part with the credit and give you the money at closing. He says, wait a minute here. No one has ever gone over this with me. I said, I understand. You see, what's really interesting is that I'm referring to a temporary buy down. So over the next 2 to 3 years, your interest rate's going to be really low. And guess what? I, as a lender, have a lender for life program. So what that means is we're going to monitor the interest rate over the next year or 2 or 3. And we both just agreed that interest rates are going to come back down. So I'm going to refinance you for free into a fixed rate loan. And now you win all across the board.